Very warm greetings to the learners. This is Dr. Minakshi. As you very well remember from the previous sessions that we had, we were discussing NP chart, how to construct an NP chart, and in that process we undertook a problem and we tried to explore and find out how to construct an NP chart. And eventually in that problem there was not a single data point which showed anything which was going out of control from either the upper control limit or the lower control limit. So in short we can say that that problem had the data points which were actually under the statistical control. Now we have to understand how to prepare a revised control chart. And in NP revised control chart we need to take some data points which will give us something like this, which you can see on your screen. So now I have taken another example in which we have already prepared an NP chart for you, and in this NP chart you can see there are 3 points which are basically showing out of control data sample points, right? So basically what happens if one or more points lie outside the control limit, either in the upper control or the lower control or in the both form, the control chart indicates that the process is not under statistical control. Now this can happen because there could be some assignable causes which are present in the process. Now to bring that process under statistical control, it is mandatory to investigate the assignable causes and take the necessary corrective actions to eliminate these such causes. So once this is done, we eliminate the out of control samples and calculate the revised center line, upper control and lower control limits for the NP chart using the remaining samples which we have after removing the discarded sample. So for that purpose, let us see how we do it with the help of this Excel function that we have. And this problem which you can see on your screen, it is basically an analyst inspect 20 samples of size 200 each from the output of a final assembly line and records the number of defectives in each sample as given in this form: sample number and number of defectives, right? So this is given to us. And what else is given? The value of k is 20, that is the total sample is 20, and size of 200 each from the output is given. That means n value is 200 given here, right? And based on these two values and based on the sum of the number of defective phones as have been given here, first step what we did, we tried to find out the sum. The sum value is used here to find out the p bar value, which is basically the ratio of the sum and total number of defective items divided by the total sample. So here the total number of defective phones is 78, that is divided by the total sample, which is the product of n and k, that is 200 into 20, and this value is your p bar value. After you get the p bar value, you have to find out the np bar value, that is also called as the center line value, and that is calculated with the help of n and p bar values that are given here in this table. After that, we have to find the upper control limit, which could be found out with the help of your np bar value and p bar value, because the formula for that is upper control limit upper control value formula is np bar into np bar plus 3 times square root of np bar into 1 minus p bar. So using that formula we calculate upper control limit, and then for the lower control limit, np bar minus 3 square root of np bar into 1 minus p bar. So with the help of these formulas and functions, we were able to find out the control limits. So using the number of defective phones, bar, np bar value, upper control limit, lower control limit, we plotted this line graph, and this is your np bar graph. First thing that we need to improvise in this is your lower control limit, because it is negative and we have learned that negative values are not acceptable. So what we do, we will select the values and replace it with 0, right? And this is the basic picture of your NP chart. Now see very quickly, we have 3 points, 0.6, 0.11 and 0.14. So we'll select 0.6, highlight those points, 0.11 and your 0.14. Why they are out of control or they are exceeding the upper control limit? Because the value of upper control limit is 9.7 and the value for these three values are 14, 10 and 15. So obviously they will exceed. So firstly I will just try to place the line graph here so that we can pursue the rest of the calculations. Okay, now D here, the small d is the basically the number of discarded samples. As from the highlighted part you can very well write that number of discarded sample points is 3, right? Now what we have to do, we have to find out the p bar new value. So for finding out p bar new value, what we need to do, we need to first of all find out the it is basically the total number of samples, number of defective samples minus the number of discarded samples or out of proportion samples, their sum. Okay, if there would have been one value, we would have straight away subtracted, but we have 3 values, so we have to first add these 3 values, and after that we have to divide these 3 values with the help of the total sample. The total sample here is n, that is 200 into k20 minus number of discarded sample values. So this way we'll find out the value of p bar new. Okay, so what we need to do here, we need to very quickly put the $sign so that we can get a uniform value for rest of the sample. Okay, that will just take less than a minute to do, and it will help us to rectify or to get a very easy way for the calculations. Now next step is to find out the upper control limit new and lower control limit new. Okay, so for upper control limit new, the formula is np bar. Sorry, we forgot to find one more thing here. Before proceeding, let me just insert one more row here. Why? Because I need np bar new, right? How could we forget np bar new? That's very crucial. So np bar will be equal to the product of n into p bar new, right? So this is your np bar new. Just have to put a $sign here and here. Okay, so for upper control limit we need this np bar new plus 3 times square root of your np bar into 1 minus p bar new value. You have to very carefully do that, don't miss. And similarly for lower control limit, we are going to write down np bar new minus 3 into square root of np bar into 1 minus p bar new value. Okay, and what we did missed here, we have to put a $sign . Okay, and here also put a $sign, right? And here we get the values for our lower control limit. So now just selecting the 3 and dragging them down here. This is our new revised control limits. I'll just write here revised control limit. Okay, now what we need to do here, Again, you can see the lower control limit is in negative, and we have learned that we have to replace it by 0. Why? Because the negative values are not acceptable. So we'll just do that very quickly. Okay, done. Now, to prepare a new revised NP chart, what we need? We need certain values. We need this value. Then we need these 3 values. NP bar value, upper control, lower control limit values, and I will just try to paste them here. See, you have to paste it like this. Okay. So, well, that didn't went well. After doing this, what we need to do, first of all, these highlighted values, I'll just try to first of all delete them. And you know why we have to delete them? Because they are the out of control sample points, the discarded sample points. So it's important to delete them first so that we can prepare a new control NP chart, revised NP chart, right? So taking the line graph here, and here is your chart. Let's remove the grid lines for a better view. You can see there were earlier on 3 points which were showing 3 discarded sample points or 3 out of control samples, but after the revision you can see there is not a single point which is either exceeding the upper control or the lower control limit. So I think now it's been clear to you how to prepare a revised NP chart. If still you have any doubt in this topic, you are free to write on the comment section, and you have to subscribe the channel to pursue further discussions and learning endeavors. I hope the topic has been clear to you. Enjoy the learning and have a good day.